Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a boy named Rohan. He was intelligent, full of dreams, and wished to do something meaningful with his life. He wanted success, respect, and a future he could be proud of. But there was one problem. Rohan always looked for shortcuts. Whenever he started something new, he felt a wave of excitement. A new book, a new skill, a new exercise routine. But after a few days, that excitement faded. Rohan wanted quick results, and when nothing big happened instantly, he quit. One day, tired and frustrated, he went to meet a wise old monk who lived near the edge of the village. People said the monk had helped many lost souls find their path. "Master," Rohan said sadly, "I try so hard, but nothing in my life changes. Why am I always stuck?" The old monk listened calmly. Then he picked up a small empty pot and a handful of seeds. He handed them to Rohan and said, "Plant one seed in this pot every day. Water it daily. After 1 month, come back to me." Rohan didn't understand the reason, but he agreed. For the first few days, he did exactly what he was told. He planted a seed, watered the soil, and waited with excitement. But by the third day, he became restless. "Nothing is happening," he muttered. "Why is it taking so long?" Still, he remembered the monk's words and continued. Days passed. 1 week, then 2. There was still no sign of life in the pot. Many times Rohan felt like giving up. Maybe this is useless. Maybe nothing will ever grow, he thought. But something inside him whispered, "Keep going." Then on the 15th day, everything changed. As he bent down to pour water, he noticed a tiny green sprout pushing through the soil. His face lit up with joy. "It's so small, but it's growing." That little sprout gave him new motivation. Every morning, he rushed to the pot, watered it gently, and made sure it stayed safe from wind and animals. By the 3rd week, the tiny sprout had become a small but healthy plant. Rohan felt proud, almost as if it was his own achievement. And slowly, he realized that he himself was changing. He had become more patient, more disciplined, more consistent. After a month, the plant stood strong and full of life. Rohan carefully carried the pot to the monk. "Master, look," he said with a bright smile. "It finally grew." The monk looked at the plant, then at Rohan and asked softly, "And what about you, Rohan? Did you grow as well?" Rohan blinked in confusion. "Me? What do you mean?" The monk answered gently, "You once wanted big results in a day. If progress wasn't visible, you gave up. But this plant taught you the truth. Real growth is slow, silent, and steady. You watered it even when nothing seemed to be happening. That patience, that discipline, that consistency, that is the real secret to success." Rohan felt emotional. At last, he understood the lesson he had been missing all his life. From that day on, Rohan changed his approach. He no longer chased shortcuts. He focused on small daily habits. Reading 10 pages every day, exercising for 15 minutes, practicing writing for 30 minutes, and staying consistent no matter what. He didn't expect results overnight. He just kept doing the work. Months passed. Slowly but surely, Rohan became wiser, stronger, and more skilled. People in the village noticed the change. The boy who once quit everything was now the most dedicated and successful young man around. One day, a young boy approached him and asked, "Brother Rohan, how can I become successful?" Rohan smiled gently and replied, "Take small steps every day. Be patient, be consistent. Even the tallest tree begins as a tiny seed. And that, my friends, is the greatest truth of life. Life does not change overnight. Big achievements come from small daily actions. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they quit too early. Consistency may look slow, but it is the most powerful force behind every success.